This is the Eight of Wands. This is a great card for transformation, creating new ideas, shooting down from the heavens, really releasing old unresolved things that do not serve you anymore. It's about great ideas. It's also about movement and getting to work. Putting those wonderful ideas into action, Taurus. And I think you got this also last month in a different place. So it is in the main place for you now. So it's time to take those great ideas and start materializing them or manifesting them into the material world. What crosses you, it does look like money may be a little bit of a stumbling block. You may be having some bills that you didn't realize that they were there. So it does feel like you are giving out a little bit more than normal. Either, trying to get these ideas started. There, you may be having to connect with someone else to create the finances. So you may be in partnership around money, but this is definitely around money and material things. So that may be just a little stepping block or a stepping stone in the way of you getting these projects into the world. It also can stand for gifting people, maybe be a little more discerning if you are gifting people or helping people out of a financial jam, if that is within your capabilities. So be very aware that it is something that they can, if it's something that they can create themselves, allow them to do so. So it's that kind of over-helpfulitis. It does feel like money and things are involved. So be very discerning as you are gifting money, time, effort, all that stuff. So it does feel like there is a little stumbling block around money to get some of these great ideas off the ground. The next card here, what is above you? This is an abundance card. This can be the card for inheritance as well. So there may be some money coming to you. This also can mean someone's holding money over your head. So you may owe some people money and you may be looking at that. But the cups here are also about emotions. So there may be some emotions involved. This may be that you are abundant in your emotions right now and that you are processing. So it does indicate being kind to yourself, but you're being enriched by some sort of action that is happening. It could be someone else's action of kindness to you that is helping you grow as well. But this is the card of abundance. It doesn't have to mean just money, because cups are really about emotions and love and people. So you may be sorting out the people that that are not reciprocal in your life. And really looking at the stability and the strength in the current relationships you have, maybe honoring them a little bit more as you release the ones that aren't necessary for your positive growth. So what has happened just in the past, this is the Empress card. This can also mean pregnancy. So it is taking something from a small seed, an idea, zygote, whatever it is in your space, and really nurturing it and watching it grow. This can also be as simple as starting a garden, Taurus. It doesn't have to be so grand as getting pregnant or things like that. But it is nurturing something to fruition, watching something grow and putting the necessary energy into it. It is right next to this great ideas card. So it does feel like spend a little time, a little energy, a little emotion, maybe a little money going into these ideas to watch them grow and bloom. So it does feel like you're right there. Newness is on the horizon for you. And it does look like, Taurus, that you've been really diligent and working through some of your processes, releasing relationships. And that's all relationships. It's not just love relationships, all relationships. It feels like you're releasing some of them, really looking at them brutally, honestly, and seeing if they really do serve you or not. So this Empress is there to remind you to put the time in for the things that you really want to nurture and you'd like to see grow. And it does indicate that it will come to fruition as well if you put that time, energy into it, and positiveness. The star also validates all those new beginnings. These also can be great ideas. This is also things karmically coming down to you. It could be your life purpose is being revealed to you or has been being revealed to you, and you are now putting it into the world. You are gifting of yourself. And as you see, she is naked, so she has released a lot of superfluous things that do not serve her anymore, making things a little more simpler in your life. So this can be, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, going back over things as mundane as your checkbook and making sure everything is okay so you can go to the next step. But it really feels like you have minimized a lot of things in your life that weren't really serving you, and now you're perfecting them. You're taking some of these great ideas. You have two of the great ideas from the heavens, and the star also can be a focus on you. This can be you are the star of, we are the stars of our own plays, but it does feel like you may be getting some recognition either through community, friends, or work as things are changing and your contribution is being recognized. So don't stop, Taurus. Don't stop. I know you are diligent. You are very diligent, and you guys have your eyes on the prize. So it does feel like things are finally coming around. You're getting a little bit of validation for all this hard work that you've done. And that hard work can be of the interpersonal kind, really working at releasing some of the blocks that you've had from childhood or resentments from relationships, but it really didn't serve you. So it does feel like things are lightening up a little bit. Some of your hard work is being acknowledged, and that you will be honored for your contribution. What is happening in the future? It does feel like this is kind of the wait and see card. Release some control issues. If that may be something that you're working on, Taurus, allow yourself to float. Allow yourself to maybe delegate to others a little bit and enjoy the ride. It does feel like you need to pull in some of your energy. It may be here, there, and everywhere. So this may dictate you may need to pull your energy in from other people. Just sit with it a while you distribute it amongst your projects instead of out into the world a little bit, which is fine. Even if you are a Taurus healer, it is very important to heal yourself first, or we have nothing to give. So this indicates that there may be a decision coming, and instead of just jumping at it and making a rash decision, collect the information a bit, check out what's happening, what's being presented to you, and also that you don't have to always drive the bus. It's okay to ride in the passenger side for a little bit. Just sit in your knowingness and see what is presented to you, not making any rash decisions, and also let other people's pick up the slack a little bit, that you don't have to always be the one that that cleans up everybody's messes. So let those messes lay if they are not yours, and float a little while. You have some decisions to make, so make them from an educated position. So it does feel like you have some thinking to do before you take that next big step or sign a contract or whatever is presented to you. The High Priestess is the basis of all this. She is wonderful. She is getting in touch with your spiritual self. And if you don't connect through spirit, it can be going to church again, opening a self-help book, getting into therapy. If you walk in the atheist world, it doesn't necessarily mean it's God stuff. But the High Priestess kind of reminds us of who we are, what our greatness is, and what our purpose is in the world. It is right across from the star. So you may have had some aha moments recently, Taurus, and really feel more in line with your true purpose. And the High Priestess reminds us of our magic and to use it daily for ourselves. This is right on underneath the 3, which is also can be balance, mind, body, and spirit. This is collecting information. Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, that can be on a physical realm. So you may be going out of your comfort zone to learn more, whether it's about religion, spirituality, meditation, how to make your life better, balancing your checkbook, whatever would make your life better. It does look like you are going out in the world to check out and inform yourself before making these decisions, but you're really starting to collect more information, and you may be taking a class, signing up for summer school, but you are collecting more information so you can be more educated before you make these big sweeping decisions. It does feel like there's a big decision coming up in your future, whether it's moving, whether it's opening a business, marriage, divorce, whatever it is a big swing that you've been looking at for a while. It can be even releasing some friendships that you've had through your lifetime. So it does feel like sit with it a little bit, collect some information, and get some more knowledge outside of yourself as well, so you can incorporate it within you. The Knight of Wands here. Knights are really about motion. Wands are usually about good news, and it can be positive change through work or activity. This does feel more like part of the behavior that's changing for you versus a person. If it is a person, for many of you, Wands are fire signs, which are Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Knights tend to be someone under 40 or someone maybe immature, shall we say, doesn't learn their lessons very easily. But for the most part, it does feel like some motion is happening. Knights always kind of command some motion. They're the fighters, they're the warriors, and this does feel like some positive change coming to you through work or activities of some kind. So don't be afraid to accept some of those invitations and get out, get some sunshine on your face. In the Western Hemisphere, it is our springtime, and the flowers are blooming here, so it kind of validates growth and, the cycle of life. So get out in the world a little bit more, put some motion, Taurus, behind some of those great ideas. And it does feel like you'll be getting some good news. The culmination card here is the 4 of Swords. This is one that kind of, you may be having some dreams that are either coming true or they're very telling for you. So for many of you, I always like to suggest to my clients, if you're having many dreams and you don't know what they are, write them down in the morning when you wake up, take a look at them at another time, and they usually give great clarity to either what is happening to you, what your purpose is, or moving forward, what you need to do. It can also depict fears, but this 4, it feels like you are getting some very, very strong messages in your dream space. It also can stand for not getting enough sleep, getting too much sleep. Also can be affecting your stomach. I'm feeling this belt right here light up, so you may be either eating too much, not eating at all, but it does look like the things on your mind are affecting your creature comforts, which are your sleeping and eating. So see if you can maybe write some of these dreams down in the morning. It also takes them from that altered space into your reality, where you can get a little more clarity. So I like to write mine down immediately because I don't remember 10 minutes later what they were. So that may help also to bring some clarity for decision making. This decision making, it may bring your fears into a little bit more reasonable place for you, because fears, that's all that they are. They're fears. Doesn't mean you have to manifest them. So, and a lot of times we don't really know where it's coming from unless we take a real solid look at it. So take a look at where these fears are coming from and what spirit is telling you when you are on the other side while you are sleeping. The Fool is on one side and the Queen of Cups is on the other. The Fool really is about starting new journeys. He is the 0 card. It is the beginning. It does feel like it's almost like a rebirth for you is what I'm feeling this Fool represents, that you have really kind of like been a phoenix, come out of the ashes. And for some of you, it may be literally, your house might have burned down or something really tumultuous has happened and you have had a rebirth. And that is what the Fool stands for. Kind of aha moments. It's also about taking a leap of faith, really trying out something that you've always wanted to do. Take a chance. Look before you leap. Collect your information, which these cards kind of dictate before you leap, but take a leap of faith. Try a new direction. If you come to the path where there is a new direction and an old direction, I always encourage my folks to take the new direction. If it doesn't work out for you, you can always turn around and redirect yourself. So the Fool is there to remind you to take a chance. Try whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your project is. If you're attracted to somebody and you've always wanted to ask them out. The worst they can say is no. If you always wanted to be a teacher, maybe it's signing up for some classes, or just taking a chance on something. Moving to a new place, just because you feel a pull of it, or there's a job there. So take a chance at the new things in life, Taurus. The other side of this is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, she's a very wise woman. She can also stand for a water sign. That's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And these water queens, they're about kindness and creativity. They're also visionaries. They're very psychic and they're very creative. So you may know someone like this. This does feel more like a person. So if you need to ask for help or get some guidance from a wise woman or man, this doesn't necessarily dictate it is a female, but it is someone who has a gentleness and a femininity about them. It doesn't mean they're in a female body, but it can be a very gentle man. But it is someone who is creative, that has their finger on the pulse and doesn't steer you wrong. It does feel like a mentor of some sort. It doesn't necessarily mean it's someone older than you are, but it is someone wise. Usually queens are someone a little over 30, or they have the wisdom of the ages. So don't be afraid to ask for help to your mentors, for clarity before you take that leap of faith. It is on the other side of the Fool, so it does indicate ask and you shall receive. So that is your general reading, Taurus, for the month of May. Looks pretty good. You've moved a lot of stuff out. And, this is a very tumultuous time. So be gentle with yourself. And if you need to float a little bit longer, like this dictates, before you put that motion in gear, that's fine. Just have certainty about it, whichever direction that you go. All right, Taurus, I'm going to throw some of these past life cards. These are the one-word cards that I like. Let's see. This is authority figure, so you may need to check in with some of your authority figures. And it does feel like you are shifting into a place of authority, too. Then we have Monk or Nun. It's time to check in with your spiritual self before you make any great changes.